All right, I'm going to demonstrate how the stove works. Notice I have my goggles on and I have my gloves on already, although I don't need them yet. So on this side of the stove is a handle that moves up and down. And this, when it's in the up or the horizontal position, the damper is open. And the fire can get hotter quicker. When it's down, the damper is closed and the catalytic converter is engaged. And so when you're lighting the fire or getting it going, you want it, or adding wood to it, you want this handle in the open position, the horizontal position. And once you've added wood or have started the fire and it's going, you can put it in the down position. One other note about this is when you're getting the fire going, you actually don't want to put it in the down position until this gauge is, you can see the little marker there is in this gray area. It's either too cold or too hot if it's outside that gray area. So that's where you want it to be when it's cooking. All right, so that's this side of the stove. In another video, I demonstrated that this handle opens the bottom so you could take ashes out. Right here, this little handle is really important in that it controls the amount of air that goes into the stove, which determines how fast it burns, how hot it burns. So when it's all the way over to the left-hand side, it's open. And so you can think of it that, okay, you can see a whole lot more of the handle there, so it's open. And so it lets in a lot of air, it will burn fast. That's where you want it when you're starting the fire. Once it gets going, you want to move it over in this direction. All the way over here is closed. And so usually I keep it when it's going, somewhere around maybe a ½ inch from there. You can tell whether or not you have it in the right position, in part by looking at the temperature gauge up here. You want it in the orange is ideal. Upper yellow level is okay. When it's in the red, it's too hot. And so now when you first start it, it might get up into the red, and that's okay. Just adjust the air and bring it back down into the orange. Right now, the temperature is just fine. What's most important once it gets going is on the other side where we looked at the catalytic converter, and we want that into that silver gray area in the middle. All right, at the front of the stove, you can see a handle here. This opens the glass door. I'm not going to, so you pull it up and you pull it open and then you put it down to close it. I'm not going to do it because there's probably some ash down here and it will fall out. On this side is the handle that opens the side door, which is what I use for adding wood to the stove, which I'm going to demonstrate right now. Before I open this up, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to open the damper in the horizontal position, and that will help prevent smoke from coming out. Now this is why I have my goggles on, because when I open this, which is moving the handle from the left over to the right, I might get some sparks, so I have my goggles on. Fortunately, right now I'm not. I'm going to take this wood, which I've already brought in, and just toss it in here. There, you can see the sparks, and why I have those goggles on. And I'm going to put that in, and then I will close it. Now, I want to show one thing very important over here, and you need to come, I'm going to take off my gloves to demonstrate this. So, right now I have it in the proper closed position. But if I turn the handle too far this way, it'll go this far, but now it's actually not closed properly, because you can do that. So bring it back up like this. Now it's closed. This way it opens. There, it's closed fine. But that, whoops, sometimes it even opens when you turn it that far. So you could tell it gets a little bit of resistance here. So you just stop before you get to that resistance. As long as once you have it in closed position and it doesn't move, you're good. Now I need to come back to this side, put the damper down, and we are good. I may need to adjust this, but otherwise, that's how it works.